Ready? Begin.
Hello judges, my name is Regina Chow.
My name is Nguyen.
And my name is Lieu.
We created a game called Planet FBLA to help promote and educate members about the Business Achievement Awards, or BAA program. The goal of the program is to help prepare members for their endeavors in the real world. We hope that by playing our game, members will learn how they can succeed. We drew inspiration from timeless games such as Pac-Man and Mario Brothers to give our game a retro 8-bit design. The arcade style, brought by fast-paced music and a pixelated font, appeals to players of all ages. We chose a bright-colored model so that the player would pop out against the vibrant background and terrain. Our theme is a journey on an unknown planet in which members can explore new and exciting opportunities.
Our project is coded entirely in the C# language. The sprites used are free assets from the Unity Asset Store, and the music is royalty-free audio from YouTube. We chose to develop our game with the Unity game engine and Visual Studio Code to edit our code because of its simple user interface.
The game begins with the main menu screen. From here, the player can select a level, view awards, read over instructions, change the volume brightness, or customize their character, or quit the game.
Our game has 4 main levels which are named after each of the awards. Each of the levels are broken down into 3 sub-levels which represent the activities needed in order to obtain the award. This gives us a total of 12 levels in the game.
The first sub-level is Service. What you see right now is a fast-forwarded playthrough of that level. In order to win, the player must navigate their way to a portal at the end. Along the way, the player can collect pieces of trash, which represent the community service that members must complete. In subsequent sub-levels, the difficulty increases with a level layout that has more obstacles.
The next sub-level is Education. In this level, the player must jump over the moving slugs for a certain distance in order to win. While avoiding the slugs, they can also collect the books which represent the knowledge gained about business and entrepreneurship. Each book is worth 10 points. For every 2 books collected, a question will appear. If answered correctly, 50 additional points will be added. If answered incorrectly, 0 additional points will be added. The level difficulty increases by increasing the distance that the player has to run.
The third and final sub-level represents the progress activities. During the sub-level, the player must avoid and eliminate all the eagle enemies in order to win. While they do this, they can also collect envelopes, which represent inviting members and guests to meetings, and the promotion of FBLA. On higher sub-levels, more eagle enemies will appear, making the sub-level more difficult to complete.
The player movement is controlled by a combination of 2 scripts. The first script defines a way for the player to move side to side at a constant speed or to jump at a certain height. It also adds features for a smoother playing experience, such as allowing the character to be controlled while in the air. It ensures that the character is facing in the correct direction that it is moving in, and eliminates the possibility of double jumping. The second script detects when the keys themselves are pressed, and calls the correct actions associated with those keys. It allows the player to move left or right with the A and D buttons, and to jump when W is pressed.
The player can collect additional points by collecting the items scattered over the map. When the player comes in contact with any of these items, it will trigger the script to add 10 points to their score, displayed on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. The shooting feature is controlled mainly by 2 scripts. The first one spawns a bullet itself, and the second controls its behavior. When the player left-clicks on the mouse, a bullet will appear in front of them, moving at a constant speed in the direction they're facing. When this bullet comes in contact with an object, it'll play an explosion animation and disappear. If it registers that it has collided with an enemy, it'll also trigger the script to reduce the enemy's health.
The enemies represent the obstacles that may prevent a BAA member from achieving their award. Therefore, in order to win, the player must overcome all obstacles. Each enemy is controlled by at least 1 script. The eagle enemy is controlled by 2 scripts, one which tells it to target the player, and the other which controls its health. The ant enemy is controlled by the same health script, but it is set to a lower health, and its movement script only allows it to patrol from side to side. The slug moves across the screen at a constant speed, and is controlled by an animation feature.
The player's health is controlled by the health script, which keeps count of the player's total health, and replaces the filled hearts with empty hearts when the player is hurt. For the service and progress levels, each time the player is hit by an enemy, they lose a heart. If they lose all 5 hearts, they will fail the level. For the education level, the player is only provided with 1 life, so that if they are hit by a slug, they will fail the level and must restart.
Now we will be showing you a real-time playthrough of the game. We will be demonstrating the first progress sublevel. It starts off with an explanation of how to win and a description of what each of the collectibles represent. The pause menu can be accessed at any time through the escape key and closed with the resume button. There are also buttons to restart the game, to select a new level, or to view the instructions. The objective of this game is to eliminate all the evil enemies with the bullets. The player's health is shown at the top left corner, and the points are shown at the bottom left corner. Each of the envelopes is worth 10 points. Once the sublevel is completed, the player obtains the award and gains access to the scoreboard. They can enter in their name for their scores to be recorded. This way, multiple players can compete for the incentive of becoming the more achieved member.
We hope that our game will be a fun way for members to learn how to succeed not only in FBLA but in their future. This concludes our project. Thank you for your time.